I am born to lead. I lead with my values. I start now. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me stand on a protocol that has already been observed. My beautiful name is Miss Tina Akal. And first things first, allow me appreciate every single person in this hall this afternoon. Can you appreciate yourself for being here, for dressing up, for showing up, and for being that one leader? It's a pleasure to be here today. I am a media and PR practitioner and a public speaker. Some of you might know me back from my time as the former Secretary General of St. Paul's University Students Association. And beyond that, I moderate, I MC corporate events, and I'm a writer too. I'm so excited. I'm about to graduate and complete my studies as a communicator. And I can't wait to graduate and, of course, come off to the leadership platform, especially in corporate system. Additionally, I am grateful to be the Corporate Communications Officer for Transformation Akal, where we deal with mentoring and coaching of different people in different groups, technically, from the teens to HR professionals to women. So I'm quite sure we have programs that would suit every single person in this hall today. So in case you're interested, kindly feel free to reach out and we can see on the next way forward. To start us off, I have been having constant conversations about leadership and what leadership is and what it means to become a leader. And I came to the conclusion of the fact that leadership is not static, and a leader keeps on developing capacity. As a former student leader, I'll agree that leadership starts with self. Why self? Because you can get to lead yourself so well that people get to feel inspired to come and walk in your journey, or rather, just create a path for themselves. This happens in a lot of ways, and you'll agree with me that once again we have role models and mentors who we look up to. And this could be probably in the way they dress, the way they look, the way they talk, and how they carry out and solve various issues again. Let me take you back to developing capacity and why it is very relevant to our theme today, redefining leadership in a changing world. So basically, it's about a process focused on enhancing your ability as an individual. It's about fostering internal strength and resilience so that you can independently and continually improve yourself and adapt over time. Remember, again, we are redefining leadership. You'll agree with me again at some point that we are noticing a transition in leadership where we are moving from intellectual intelligence to emotional intelligence. Basically from book smarts to leading with empathy. Leaders in the room, are we able to lead with empathy? Are we able to lead from the heart? Are we able to look at our constituents, that is the student leaders, the students we are leading, probably an organization you're currently working with, the staff here? Are we able to lead from the heart to an extent we're able to put the needs of our constituents first before ourselves? Are we able just to stop and think, are the actions that we are doing, the things we are doing, how it will reflect to them? How will they feel? I am saying this because we are moving from the point of leading, like we are moving from controlling to serving. We are moving from power to empowerment. And we're also moving from manipulating to inspiring. As a leader, are you able to inspire your constituents not to believe in you, but rather to believe in themselves? That's a question I'm leaving for you. I'm a communicator, and I'm so glad that I came into this specific course that has really boosted my leadership skills, because I was coming in as a secretary general, and basically that means communicating to the students 24 hours, 24/7. I'm like the marketer like the face of the student leadership. I've come to learn that you cannot come to communicate something to the students and expect them to feel it before following 3 stages. And these stages are very simple. I know we will say they're very simple, by the way, but implementing them is a higher calling. And the 3 stages are very simple. Bringing people in the process of what you are thinking, that is your step 1. Step 2, bring them in the delivery of your decisions. Make them feel connected. And lastly, simply do a debrief, a follow-up to understand, are we all on the same page? Do they agree? That not being enough, I'd like to take us back. How many here as leaders are willing to just sit back and be the last ones to speak? Consciously, are we able to do that? Because most of the time you'll find us wanting to always speak, wanting to be the ones holding the microphone every now and again. I am so excited that I'm seeing the president is just cool watching how everyone is running, because he believes in you and he wants to give you the potential together with the opportunity to be able to grow yourself. I don't know about you, but that's a thumbs up, Mr. President. I want to speak to one group that I'm very passionate about, and I'm so happy and grateful that most of them are in this audience this afternoon, and that is the ladies. Ladies, hi! We can do better. Ladies, hi! Perfect. You have a very wonderful and powerful opportunity to elevate yourself as a woman. Leadership will grant you the biggest exposure in your life, will grant you the ability to be eloquent, will grant you the ability to be very strong and bold, to sit in tables where decisions are made. In as much as they're not easy, you will be able to do them boldly and confidently. I am asking you ladies this afternoon to bring your seats to the table. Do not wait for people to bring your seat at the table. Bring your seat to the table, where big decisions are made, where your future self will thank you. To every single person in this audience this afternoon, are you able to look up to yourself? Can you just sit down and reflect? Can I look up to myself? That's a question for you to answer. If not, you already know what you're supposed to do. Being a student leader again taught me to stick to my values, my principles, my codes. I don't mince my words, by the way. When I say no, I say no. But when I say yes, I say yes. I command my room. And I like it when it's quiet, and I like it when it's smiling like now. That did not happen overnight. A lot of tension, a lot of male chauvinism has happened. But again, at the same aspect, I would like to congratulate the gentlemen who were there by me in absentia. They led me, they held my hand. Not so that one day people can look at them and be like, oh, it is because of them that Tina is where she is today. No, it is because of my abilities and the choices I have made in life. Trust me, I have no regrets. As I wrap this up, I'd like to finish up with a story of a grandmother and her granddaughter, Jane. So Jane has this tendency of always visiting her grandmother just to know how she's doing and checking up on her. As we all know, in the rural setup, we have the instances where we go to fetch water in the river and we have buckets to do so. But in this one case, the grandmother insists that Jane has to use a basket of reed. So Jane is startled at first because she's wondering, is my grandmother really losing it? But again, because the grandmother insisted, she is like, well, probably the basket made of reed is magical. So she goes to the river, in she goes, and out she goes. As you can already imagine, the water is drained, right? So she does this a couple of times until she is very disappointed and can no longer do it. She goes back home disappointed. Getting home, her grandmother is happy. So she's wondering again, why is her grandmother happy? She's looking at the basket and she's like, wow, look at how clean this basket is. As leaders, Today we are the basket. Sometimes we feel like in this leadership journey, everything we do does not make sense. No one is noticing. I mean, you get a lot of confusion. You're like, should I continue? It's so hard. It's so demanding. No one is noticing. No one is applauding. But I'm calling upon us today to continue, because it's going to reward us, make us cleaner, make us purer, and prepare us for the future. I'm calling out every single leader in this room that when you step out of that door, please take charge. Take your leadership to the next level. Step up and stand out. Need I say more? Thank you.